welcome. This is the All Signs of the Zodiac Tarot reading for Monday and the week ahead. It's a bit cold here today, and I was actually wearing my dressing gown and I thought, shall I wear it again? Because sometimes I just wear it, don't I, when I'm recording, but I thought, oh, Kerry, I don't know if it just looks silly, so I thought, no, don't. It's just a bit cold. So it's kind of wrapped around my waist at the minute. Let's just move that down a bit. Okay, so oh, you can see my children's boxes of toys there. they're not normally there. I just realised that. They've got all those little fidget things they like playing with. That's what they are. What's going on? I hope you're doing all right wherever you are on Gaia. I think there's been a lot of purging going on for us as a soul family. If you watch this channel regularly, I always go on about the fact we are like a soul family because we come together on a similar frequency if we find each other and we resonate with each other's energy. So basically what I'm saying is I know we had a new moon, and I think that was on Monday. And I think it might have been causing quite a purge for us, especially just before the new moon, like over the weekend. But anyway, by the time you watch this, it'll be about a week ago. And hopefully you're feeling clearer now. I don't know if you are, but hopefully you might be feeling clearer. I'm sending you lots of love wherever you are on Gaia. I know the matrix is very testing. The gurus say that it is seen to be like a gift to help us, I suppose, be more motivated when we have challenges, to use those challenges to motivate us to the real truth. Because the real truth is not the matrix. The real truth is spirit, this beautiful light that we are, which is spirit. You know, and that's the real truth, isn't it? So that's what all these challenges are about, to help us awaken back to that truth, the real truth. So the gurus call it the true knowledge. So yeah, these tarot readings hopefully will help us think about what's happening the next week. And if you know your astrology's chart, you might be able to watch a few of the messages. I'm going to use this romance deck to start off with the message for our relationship, and then I'm going to use the Guardian Angel Tarot as the message from our spirit guides, to see what our spirit guides are supporting us with. I'm using this Blunt Truth deck for a message about what your person is thinking or what's going on in your reality. You know, so you can apply these readings really to either a relationship or your relationship with yourself, or if you've just got a situation in your life. So I try to gear the readings so that because it's at the end of the day, it's your energy, and every reading is going to really be about your energy. And then secondary to that is your external reality, which we all know your external reality is a reflection of your own energy. So it's all the same thing really. It's quite confusing, but as you go along the journey it gets more clear, doesn't it? So I'm drinking lemonade this morning. I did just have a coffee. Well, decaf, I have to say. I do drink normal coffee usually once a day, like a latte or something, but I can't have too much. Right, so the dog is relaxed. I hope you're relaxed as well, wherever you are. If you're watching the whole video, or you're going to be watching different parts of it. So yeah, let's see what we get. And this is for Taurus. Okay, you've got the card Unrequited Love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. This really can be seen as a very good thing. I know normally, typically, you would panic when you see this card and think, oh my God, her relationship's coming to an end. Not necessarily, because the way I read the cards is slightly different. Basically, that is something to do with ego. This is something that's healing within you over the next week. You're realising that you do not... I think you're realising and waking up to the parts of yourself that are not really you, the false self, which is really empowering. And I think you may be awakening to certain situations in your life that you no longer resonate with. Let's see what else we're getting here. Taurus. Okay. Cards sticking together a bit. There's been a hell of a lot going on for you recently. A hell of a lot. Now, it's a lot of progress, but it might not always feel like progress because it may have just felt so crazy. You might have received lots of messages, either from spirit or messages from someone in particular, or it is just literally the full-on amount of stuff that's been happening for you. What spirit is showing is the next few days, you're actually becoming more and more empowered to deal with the amount of stuff you're dealing with, because you've got that card there. So although it may feel full on and you may feel a bit tested, to say the least, you are actually rising and you are actually so empowered. You're going to be noticing over the next week you are dealing with all this stuff a lot better than you normally would have done. Let's have a little look at what's going on with your reality. Okay, you've got a fantastic reality going on here. You've got the Magician cards. There is something that is raising in its vibration in your life, okay? So this could be anything in your life that is finally raising its vibration. It could be a person, or it could be a situation to do with you. Something is becoming more aligned. Something is manifesting. And the Magician card is all about high vibration. So something is improving. And you've got here the Fool card, which is a new beginning. Now, it may be that there's a bit of anxiety around this situation that is becoming better, which is kind of funny, isn't it? When something's happening that's good, but we feel a bit anxious about it. But that can happen. Now, if it's to do with a relationship, what I want to say to you is, I think somebody's ready for a new beginning with you. This person may perceive themselves to be single. That is possible, but it feels to me like they want a fresh start with you, or somebody wants to perhaps get to know you. Okay, so let's see what your person is thinking. This situation is rising, and it was in a bad place. Okay, this situation that's now improving in your life, and you're going to see that happening over the next week significantly, it's had a very bad past. Okay, it's not been in a good place. So if this is to do with your life purpose, you know, previously it wasn't aligned. If this is to do with a relationship, previously it wasn't good. You know, maybe your love life in general wasn't good. Or if this is to do with something to do with your own growth and how you're evolving, you know, because I can see you are evolving a lot. You are definitely noticing so much at the moment, Taurus. It's quite unreal. You're kind of becoming empowered. I want to say superpowered. I don't know if I should say superpowered, but it is like you've got superpowers compared to what you had before, because of literally the amount you're dealing with. So much better. And this situation or this person is also turning around. It's a whole new beginning. It's more high vibrational, and in the past, this situation was not good, okay? So let's have a look what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Ace of Emotion. So that is the Ace of Cups, a new emotional experience. And that is what Spirit is supporting you with over the next week. This cherub is announcing that a wonderful new emotional experience is coming into your life. You may meet someone new who makes your heart flutter, or your current relationship with someone else, or maybe your current relationship with yourself, will be experiencing a reawakening. It is also possible that your intuitive abilities will be greatly increased by your open heart. So Taurus, amazing reading next week. Anyone with Taurus in their chart and a soul family, watch this space. It is all starting to improve for you and happen for you. And it's primarily because I think you've stepped away from situations that you know were not aligning to you anymore, and you just thought, no, I'm not doing that. And that's what's happening. And Spirit is helping you really with a new emotional experience, possibly meeting somebody new, or, you know, reawakening your own relationship with yourself. And you could also notice your psychic abilities are ramping up. Okay, so that is the message. So we're going to go into Virgo next. Virgo for the next week, Monday and the week ahead. Calling in your soulmates. Your prayers, your affirmations, your visualizations help bring you together. Okay. So this card, whether you're in a relationship or not, whether you're trying, it doesn't matter, because the way I read the cards is a little bit different. The energy that you are doing is amazing, really, Virgo. You do have a sense. You know something is happening in your life. You know something is happening. And you're right. It is happening. You are making something happen. Essentially, it's not you making it happen. I know it may feel like you, but it is Spirit, because Spirit is the one doing everything. But, yeah, Spirit is making you do certain things, act in certain ways, take certain actions, and you do have a very strong sense of eventually what will happen. You are attracting something, and you know you are. Let's see what else we're getting. Wow. You've had a lot of clarity. Certain things have been revealed to you lately. A lot of things have been revealed. I even feel like this really the last 3-4 months. Lots of things being revealed to you about yourself and maybe about other people. It's bringing you more happiness, and you can see much more clearly than you could previously see. So you're feeling happier. Now, this week, you've got the Fool card. So this is like a new beginning for you. It's very fresh. I think you're going to be feeling very excited. You're going to probably sometimes feel a little bit nervous because this is so new. But it's wonderful. And I do feel that you're kind of returning to the energy of what you had as a child with these two cards. So it's a lovely, lovely thing for you, because that's really what we want to get back to, is the energy of what we were like in our purest state as a child before life took over. And that is honestly the vibration I'm getting here from these cards. So Spirit is definitely co-creating with you, definitely working through you at this time. And you do have a sense of, this is all leading me somewhere, you know. Now, your person, they do have some issues probably, or have done in the past, around feeling that life did them wrong, and they are trying to re-establish the balance with the Justice card. It does really look like they could be involved in documents or contracts. It also looks like things are kind of going to move more favourably for them now. It is all to do with this person breaking their karmic patterns. This situation really needed to be changed. And you've got the Ten of Swords here, and in this deck it's really quite funny. It actually says everything is fine underneath it, which is quite, never noticed that before. It's the Ten of Swords. You know, this is a new beginning for somebody here. It's a new beginning, and it is a positive new beginning after, I would say, a very difficult time and somebody getting caught up in their karma. And if you're not thinking about a person and you're just thinking about a situation in your life, like your work or your love life generally, what I want to say is Spirit is showing how hard you've been working to break your patterns so that you don't repeat the same patterns again. And there's really an opening coming here for you for something fresh, something new. We'll see what your person is thinking. Yeah, look at this. I am going to give you an offer soon. So you're going to receive an offer. There is definitely something here you're attracting. There is definitely a new beginning here. And I do feel like you sense it as well. Like you do sense this. Even though you might feel anxious a bit, you sense it. And you've got here the Five of Thoughts, which is the Five of Swords, I believe, which is all about taking your power back. Spirit is helping you to take your power back. The path you were on seems like the right one, but now you have run into a challenge. There is a better direction for you that will make you much happier in the end. Changes are necessary so that you can get back on track. Avoid negative people or negative thinking in your own mind that might be draining you or bringing you unwanted drama into your life. Okay, so the path you were on seems like the right one, but it wasn't the right one. There is a better direction for you, and that is true. They don't want you to think any nervous thoughts, because with the Fool card we can get a bit of fear or anxiety. They don't want you to think about that. You are breaking patterns in your life. This is all about a new beginning for you that you are calling in, that you do sense. You know it's happening. You know it's coming. So don't allow any thoughts to kind of sabotage you. And also, like I said, with the situation, there's a new situation evolving here. And if it's to do with a relationship, it could be somebody that realises they've got to move forward finally, okay? So that was Virgo. We will now go into Capricorn. See what we get for Capricorn. So perhaps sometime I'll share with you where my placements are in my chart, so you know how I'm relating, because I relate to all of the placements, all of the zodiac signs. Okay, let's go into Capricorn anyway. Capricorn. Free yourself. It is time to take back control of your life. See, you're free. Liberated. No longer suffering. Yeah, freeing yourself. Freeing yourself can mean getting out of a situation that was keeping you stuck, but any situation that you may have been stuck in would always be starting off with the self. Everything stems from that relationship first with ourselves. You are freeing yourself from your own negative thoughts or your own restrictive thoughts. Yeah. This is massive for Capricorn the next week. You're freeing yourself. You've been through a bit of an unpredictable time. Okay, and you might have felt like taking a risk. You might have felt like tempted to do something crazy. Or you might have felt like leaving a situation and very undecided about it, because you've got this Knight of Wands energy. The good news, the next week, you're going to be much more stable. You've got the Four of Pentacles. You are going to decide to be very careful and very stable, and really show Spirit that you're not going to let the Matrix pull you into unnecessary actions, okay? You're becoming much more grounded in yourself, and it's a nice feeling. The more grounded we are in ourselves, the closer we do come to Spirit. Sometimes initially it may seem boring. That's kind of the trick of the ego, and it will tell you, oh, you know, your life's boring, nothing's really happening, or you might feel needy, like I'm not getting attention, you know. But it's just a trick of the ego. It's what it does to make us keep going out there, which is that Knight of Wands energy. And that takes us further away from Spirit. It's worth trying it. It's worth staying grounded, and it's worth being careful with your energy, and it's worth delaying things and taking your time, because in doing that, you will reap the rewards, boundless rewards, because you'll just see how close you are to Spirit. And I can't even really predict what Spirit can bring you when you do that, but it is beautiful. Now, so you may have recently felt risky, you may have recently felt unpredictable, like you were going to do something a bit nutty. I know I did. And I have got Capricorn in my chart. But no, you're staying grounded, and it's powerful. It does give out a powerful frequency. Now, there's somebody here in your reality, it could be a personal situation, that is very abundant, very beautiful, very grounded, yeah, very empowered. This is a very good situation here, or a very, very talented person. Two of Swords, okay? There is a kind of feeling of a delay, or this person perhaps not seeing very clearly. If it's a person, they've got so much going for them, but they don't see clearly, and they tend to get quite stuck and obstructed by, they have too many thoughts, and then those thoughts end up blocking their clarity, and they can't see what they actually need to do. If it's a situation in your life, there is a situation here that is fantastic. It looks great, but it's not quite coming into fruition, okay? Let's have a look at what the thinking is behind this. I want to meet up with you. Right, so we have got here a situation of something, and I'm going to say something because it could be a situation or a person, that does want to connect with you, right? It wants to connect. So you know, the only thing that will block you from coming into alignment with something is the ego. That's what happens. So you can just be grounded and do the waiting game and see what happens. And I know that can be very testing, but you, like I said, you will reap the rewards for it, because you will become more blessed. Look at this person, they're holding on to their money. What does that make them? Rich. You see, it makes them very abundant, makes them very wise. So you will grow in wisdom through, because this situation or this person is kind of blocked or delayed. It's only ego that's standing in the way, and ego is not, it's just a phantom. It will subside down, so it's just a matter of time. It's a matter of time, in my opinion, for you to connect here with something, and I would bide your time. That's what Spirit is saying. Now, what else is Spirit saying to Capricorn? You've been confused about a situation in your life. Now, suddenly, everything is completely clear to you. Whether the truth was revealed by your angels, disclosed by a friend, or discovered on your own, it feels great to be awake and aware. Feel free to ask for time alone if that is what you need. So there you go. They are saying that they are helping you really see things clearly, you know. Suddenly everything is completely clear to you. It feels great to be awake and aware. Okay, so it's a pretty card. Spirit is helping to free you, Capricorn. Free you from any thoughts, fears that you may have had that were getting you down, making you feel stuck. You know, what you're seeing in your reality is something that is delayed or stuck, and that is just kind of how you've been feeling, but I think you're being freed from it. I think Spirit is freeing you from this. You're going to feel so much more grounded, so much more liberated the next week, closer to Spirit. And this situation, I feel, is going to come towards you from what I can see in the cards, and all you need to do is just concentrate on what you're doing. Okay, and allow Spirit to unfold this in its own time. So, they do say patience is a virtue, and that is for a reason, because patience does enlighten you, you know, so you win. You do win out of being patient, just maybe not in the way you always kind of expect. Right, so we're going to Aquarius. I normally say the star, we're going to the star. You are the star in the tarot. Let's see what we get for Aquarius for the next week. You deserve love. You are lovable. So this is a very good card to be getting, and it's suggesting to me that anyone with Aquarius in their chart in this soul family, you're getting closer to Spirit all the time. Spirit is love. And if you are getting that card, you must be on the vibration of love. So you're very close to Spirit at this time. You're coming into the vibration of love. You do deserve happiness. You're believing that now. And that the true happiness comes from Spirit. You know, you may have been very confused. You might have felt quite blocked by something or someone, and you may have felt very, very confused about what you were doing. And you sort of had to really dig deep. You had to find yourself. You had to figure this out, and it wasn't anyone could give advice to you. No, you had to find it in your own heart. And the next week, that is just becoming clearer and clearer and clearer, because you've got the Queen of Cups. You know, you are tuning into yourself, and you are full of potential at this time. Your life is becoming full of potential. Potential for love, potential for Spirit. And you're giving out a lovely energy. You're not needy, okay? You're trusting in Spirit. You're patient. You're private, you know, and you are attracting love, friendship, spiritual opportunities. The energy of your reality, you know, the energy here does look good on the whole. There is an energy here that is very abundant, and it makes good decisions. It's like it's either a good judgment on your part, or it's a situation that's making a good decision, or a person that's making a good decision. You know, there may be some regrets about the past, but you know, it's important that you keep moving forward and that you stay very much in the present. This situation or person, I do think, regrets the past. I think they have anxieties about the past, or maybe it's about the future. But really, there is a golden opportunity here. And I can see that in the cards. There is a golden opportunity here for Aquarius. And so I think you've got the patience, and I think you've got the energy to really handle this, honestly. There may be some challenges, there may be some worries, but I feel Spirit is showing me that you've got to a point now where you can deal with this. You know, you can, actually in a very loving and peaceful way. You know, you're actually finding the happiness within you, and because you're happier, I think you can deal with something here, you know, that is tricky. Let's see what your person or your situation is thinking. I don't know what to say to you. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a sense of either it's a person or it's a situation that has some doubts or some worries or some fears. There's sort of like an unknown quantity here, but overall it does look good. So I think you are at a point whereby you can consistently keep your energy in the right place and work through this, you know, and really make things happen. But not in a way of pushing or forcing, more in a way of communing with Spirit and staying relaxed and open. And if you do that, I think this situation will very possibly become good. Okay, the path you seemed on, yes, it seemed like the right path, but now there was a challenge. There's a much better direction for you that will make you happier in the end. Changes are necessary so you get back on track. Avoid negative people or thinking. Yeah, it can be people or it could be your own thinking. That could bring unwanted drama into your life. And that's it. I think you've pulled away. I think Spirit's helped you pull away from conflict in your own mind so that you're not torturing yourself anymore with thoughts that are upsetting you or stress. And Spirit is supporting you to stay very centered, very peaceful, you know, to pull away from drama and trust in the process. And like I said, I do think something is going to come good for you here, because it does look good, really, from what I can see. So yeah, that's the message for Aquarius, basically. I don't really need to tell you what to do. What I know Spirit is showing is that you're trusting more. The fact you're trusting more, the fact that you are close to Spirit, and the fact that you're doing what's right for you, that is what's making the difference. So I think the glitches will get ironed out. I think the worries and the stress will dissipate. Okay, so we're going to go into Gemini. Gemini for the week ahead. Finances and career. Financial issues are a factor in your love life right now. Okay, so it doesn't have to be actual like career. It doesn't even have to be finances. This energy, this card for me is about abundance. It's about abundance levels, and it basically means that, you know, abundance is love. You know, love and abundance are the same currency, if you like. So, excuse me. I knew I was going to sneeze then. Oh dear. Right, so, yeah. There could well be some issues to do with money that are being sorted out, you know, either by Spirit or by you. And there's also this thing to do with abundance and having an abundance of love. And that's necessary for, you know, your relationships to flourish. So Spirit's getting you to work on your abundance levels, you know, and your, well, your love, basically, your own self-love. So let's see what else we're getting. You're moving forward much more smoothly than you were before. You were in a very bad place. You've now figured out a hell of a lot. You are moving forward more smoothly. You do now kind of figure out the roles people are playing in your life, and also maybe the different parts of yourself and how that fits together, because that, you know, we are fragmented, not as spiritual beings, we're whole and complete, but our human form, our personality, which is the ego, is very fragmented. So yeah, so why we can be like Jekyll and Hydes. And I know a lot of us are, you know, in this soul family, like that's one of the things that bonds us together, you know, is that we do recognise there's very fragmented parts of ourselves and we tend to get in conflict. But it looks here to me like, Gemini, you've now got a better sense of who you are. You've got a better sense of the different parts of yourself, and you've also got a better sense of the people in your life and, you know, where they fit into your life. And things are starting to move forward more smoothly for you now, but you're obviously not really exactly where you want to get to at the moment. Now, over the next week, you are going to be sort of having a mini celebration for yourself. You're going to be feeling happier with the Three of Cups. You know, the Three of Cups is a joyful feeling, and it's kind of celebrating a small success and feeling pleased, you know, feeling pleased. And that is the beginning of your self-love boosting up. That is the beginning of your abundance levels boosting up. And that is going to help in terms of, you know, over time, that's going to make your relationships all improve, isn't it? So Spirit's working with you closely to support you as you move forward on your journey, to help you so that you have more clarity over yourself and you basically feel more supported by Spirit. You're starting to find love for yourself. You're starting to find the love of Spirit within yourself. Somebody connected to you or a situation in your life that's been very cold and detached has been cultivating a better vision. Something's coming together for you that would have seemed either impossible or extremely challenging. But you know, you've come through the worst of this, I want to say. Queen of Swords to the Star. You really have come through the worst. And the next week, not only have you come through the worst, you're actually starting to realise over the next week, this is pretty good. This is actually getting pretty good. So your abundance levels are going up. So that is what Spirit's been working with you on. Spirit's been wanting you to fill yourself up with love and feel more abundant within yourself. That is really, really progressing this week. It's having a very good effect on your reality. So if you're in a relationship, you could notice your person becoming more generous, more aligned to you, you know, all of that. If it's a general situation or something to do with your own growth, I mean, you know, you are through the worst of things, and something that is meant to happen, that was predestined, is really starting to happen for you now, okay? Have a look at what your situation is about. I am quiet to protect you from my ego. So sometimes there is such a cold front in your life, and it may feel very empty, but it's Spirit's way of trying to protect you, because You know, coldness is really just emptiness. You know, it's just space, and that is actually very divine. And it doesn't always feel it, but it is. And you're going to see over the next week how divine it is, because things are really going to start feeling better for you. And you're going to get a sense of synchronicity. You're going to get a sense of like, wow, something's finally improving for me here, and this feels really good. Let's have a look at what Spirit's supporting you with here. The Healer of Thoughts, that is the Queen of Swords, I believe. So you've got Queen of Swords twice. It's time to clean up your life. Get rid of anything that clutters your space or makes you disorganised. People who take from you but don't give back should be released. You or another person involved in this situation. You or another person involved in this situation is wise, intelligent and caring, has a wonderful sense of humour and offers a lot of life experience. Okay, so Spirit is basically helping you to get more focused. You have had to have a lot of focus, and you have had to be quite cold with people so that you could, you know, move forward, right? But you know, you're getting a very good sense now of your direction. You're getting a good sense of self-love coming through and feeling more abundant and, you know, joyful with the small successes that you've been having. And Spirit's helping you to really focus, stay focused, so that you can keep progressing. So you've got a lot of support from Spirit at this time so that you don't fall back. That's not an option, you know. The next week, something should materialise for you where you are going to be like, wow, this is actually really quite good, you know. And you're going to get a sense, like I said, of synchronicities or it being predestined. Okay. And like I said, if there's somebody in your life that's been very cold, this situation is going to improve. Or if there's a situation that was very harsh, a situation that felt very harsh, it's going to start improving now. So we're going to go into Libra. I'm going very slowly today. I don't know why. I don't know why I am. Let's see, Libra. Very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. You know, maybe you've been a bit stuck and a bit confused about what it was you really wanted to do or how to approach something, but I think that's not going to be the case anymore. You're going to have so much clarity now over the next week. You may already have found the clarity. Oh, yeah, look at that. Two of Swords, lack of clarity. You know, just really being conflicted, really feeling stuck, really not knowing what the hell was going on, what the hell should I do, backwards, forwards in your mind. But the next week, look at that, 9 of Pentacles. That is you holding your own, very grounded, and feeling blessed, actually. You know, actually feeling blessed, actually feeling really good. Abundant. Money looks good. Your health looks good. And, you know, to be honest with you, you're enjoying life the next week. After feeling so stuck for so long, it feels like Spirit's cleared a lot of things up for you so that you could actually see clearly. And then you knew what you needed to do. There is something here turning around after a very difficult time. It does feel like this is predestined and it is aligned to you. And it's all happening kind of, you know, energetically. Like, you'll even be able to tell, like, wow, my energy's so much better. I swear this is happening because my energy's better now. Do you know what I mean? But I do feel like you had to have certain realizations or informations revealed to you in order to get to where you are now. you know. I don't feel it was all your fault, is what I'm saying, you know. Ooh. Right. I'm quiet to protect you from my ego. Yeah, there's probably been a person or a situation that's been very cold or distant or hard to read. But Spirit was trying to sort of protect you and keep you in a state that was kind of emptiness, so that Spirit could work on you, upgrade you, yeah, heal you. So it probably was horrible, really. I do feel for you, Libra. You know, I've got Libra in my chart heavily. Horrible, difficult time. And I feel this went on for quite some time. But this is predestined to change now at this point. So you should be feeling happy this week. You should be feeling like you can see clearly. You're on track. And even good things happening this week that start to really align for you. Let's see what your spirit guides are saying. Nine of Thoughts. Okay, so this is the Nine of Swords. Stop being so hard on yourself and turn your thoughts towards the positive. There's no need to worry. Anticipating the worst is not helpful. Know that heaven will provide a solution. If you are experiencing sleepless nights or anxiety over a challenge in your life, release the problem to your angels. Yeah. So Spirit is basically helping you with your stress and your worry over a particular situation. And they're just trying to reassure you in this reading, really, that over the next week, you're just going to come on leaps and bounds. I think you already have, but really this week you're going to start seeing a difference. So that's wonderful confirmation. You know, something very good could be happening for you over the next week that's going to make you feel very blessed. So we will go into Leo. Leo for the next week. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Well, there you go. Wasn't what you were expecting. And if you're not in a relationship and you're just thinking about some other area of your life, there could be something unfolding here that you didn't ever see that this would be the case. But it actually works out quite good, well, very good in fact. It's actually quite perfect for you. There has been a lot of worry for you over this and a lot of stuck energy, but you've sort of realised in a way you were obstructing yourself. You know, you had that card and it was like, oh, I do feel for you there. I've got Leo in my chart, so I understand. You know, and it was like, well, what the hell am I going to do, you know? This is painful, you know? This is a painful point of my life. But Spirit is saying that the next week you're really realising that it was just in your own mind. It was all in your own mind, because actually Spirit was already bringing you exactly what you needed. So Spirit knows what is best for us, even though sometimes we could just look at this and think, there's no way that this can be right. It's been confusing, but now this situation is turning around. You've got the Moon card, which is confusing, depressing, into the Wheel of Fortune, which is fantastic news. Things suddenly shifting, a brand new chapter that is predestined. There is definitely something here that was destined to happen. And I do feel there was a lot of karma involved here. And you were being held back from this opportunity, whatever it may be. But you were held back from this opportunity for quite some time because I think there was karma that you had to pay off. Somebody saying, I don't know what to say to you. Yeah, I mean, there was just so much confusion. It doesn't necessarily have to be that this person was saying that. It's more an energy, and it's just like the energy was just so confusing and it was driving you insane. Like, what should I be doing? How should I be proceeding? You know, am I doing the right thing? Keep changing your mind. But all the while, Spirit had a greater plan for you. And that plan is really taking hold this week. And you're really going to be seeing that and realising, God, all that stuff in my mind was pointless and waste of time. I didn't need to worry about anything because it's all starting to happen in your reality. Something is taking shape in your reality over the next week. And your spirit guides, you've got the, wow, you've got the King of Pentacles, which is the most abundant king in the tarot. Your spirit guides are saying that this is a time of great success for you. Your plans are blessed and will move forward perfectly. Unexpected job opportunities may arise in the near future. Make sure to accept them. This card indicates someone with an amazing career is involved in the situation, and that there is a powerful person with great integrity who enjoys hard work, and that person could be you, or perhaps they're a reflection of you. So Spirit is helping you to stay very grounded. Spirit is helping you to get closer to source. Spirit is helping you to become more abundant, you know, and Spirit is helping you to attract this opportunity that is coming in at this time. There is definitely an opportunity coming in here over the next week for you, Leo, and it's got no bearing on what your mind may have been telling you, what your ego may have been telling you, because this is just like Spirit knew best all along, okay? So there you go. Right, we are going to go into Aries now. I'm just going to get a bit more lemonade, if that's all right. Should have a glass of wine here, really, shouldn't I? Right. Okay. Oh, yeah, swallowed that a bit too quick. All the fizzy bubbles. Right, so we're going to go into Aries for Monday and the week ahead. What do we get? Getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Now, if you're not in a relationship, your bond with yourself is deepening. You are really discovering so much about yourself, and it's really empowering. The more you learn about yourself, the more empowered you really become. And it is a very, very gradual process. People in the spiritual community now just talk about shadow work as if it's just like something easy, but it really does take time. Because I tell you what, the ego does not want us to spot the shadows. Oh no. So it's a very gradual process, but you are, Aries, you are so much more empowered now where you are right now compared to a year ago, maybe compared to 2 years ago. You are empowered. The fact that you now have this bond with yourself, you know, and it's getting deeper all the time. You know, the clarity, the connection to spirit. So Aries in this soul family, I would say to you, this is a really special time for you. It's going to have a very positive effect on all of your relationships. You've got the Ace of Cups. I mean, the Ace of Cups is a new emotional experience that you have recently had. And it's spirit entering your heart, you know? So, that's incredible. It really is incredible. And you've got the Nine of Cups, which is just happiness. Happiness within yourself. And I tell you what, other people might think you're selfish, but, you know, the true connection to spirit is found through yourself. It's not found in a relationship. It's not found through anyone else. It's found in yourself. People in your reality may well help you get there by causing you to suffer or what have you. But yeah, You don't even need me to explain this to you because I can see it in the cards. There's a new emotional experience making you very, very happy, but it's not, I honestly feel it's to do with coming from within here. You know, and you're not needy. You are absolutely not needing anything from anyone. All you need is within spirit, and that is what you do know. Something in your life magnificent is going to happen over the next week. You've got the Wheel of Fortune to the Judgment card. Both these cards represent a new beginning. Your relationship, life, or anything really massive in your reality that you have been waiting to improve. I mean, the pendulum is swinging into the positive here. There could be somebody finally making a decision, and it was always predestined that they was going to make this decision. There could be, you know, somebody being brought forth to you that was always going to be brought forth to you at this time. Whatever it is, you know, and it also, if you're in the process of making a big decision, it looks like this decision will go in your favour, or this new chapter in your life is going to go in your favour. It's amazing. So we'll just pick a card to go with this reality here. And the dog's drinking out the water bowl. I don't know why. I find that really distracting when he does that. Oh, wow. I've seen the future with you and I want you by my side. So that is an energy. How I read the cards is all energy, right? So there is definitely a situation that was predestined to happen in your life. And it is happening now. The time is now, you know, and I think it's through the painstaking work that you have done, connecting to yourself. And now Spirit is blessing you. That's what I see in these cards, you know. Something is turning around for you finally. People are realizing, they're waking up, you know. And I feel it's because you're not needy anymore. You're not desperate and you're not begging. Your spirit guides are supporting you with the 7 of Cups. Your angels are asking you to make an important decision that you've been putting off. It is likely that you know which choice you should make, but you were procrastinating so that you did not upset someone else or something. Ask heaven for guidance and then make the choice that celebrates who you truly are. See, that's the thing. I just feel Spirit is supporting you to finally realise that you don't need to tie yourself up in knots over things anymore. You know, you don't need to tie yourself up in knots over anything anymore. You're so empowered, and Spirit is really working closely. Spirit's been working closely with you for quite some time to get you to this point whereby you don't get caught up in drama or conflict in your own head. And it's just getting easier and easier for you to just chill, you know, just chill and feel good. And weirdly, you know, when we don't want something, that's when it usually bloody happens. So there you go. Amazing. That's really amazing. Right. So we're going to Sagittarius now. Oh, little Gilbert, he's so cute. I should take a photo so you can see what he looks like. But he's sitting on his little mat on the floor. It's the cutest thing because the mat is like literally the same size as him. So sweet. Right, so Sagittarius. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. Okay, now, if you are not in a relationship, then I want to say, you know, it is like you're finding yourself right now. And that is a beautiful, beautiful thing, isn't it? You know, it's something we all want. I've been wanting it for my whole bloody life, actually. But, I mean, particularly the last 4 years. And it's only now that I'm really getting there. And it's awesome. So, you know, I know you're in my soul family and we've kind of all been on a similar journey. So it's happening, you know, and it's been so confusing You've had the moon card. I mean, my God, you didn't know, you know, you couldn't see the, I don't know what you call it. You couldn't see up nor down. You didn't know which way you were going. You know, and it was probably depressing you and painful and very triggering as well, like very, very triggering experience in your life recently, you know, and it was important for you to sort of stay intensely still and not get too pulled into dramas, and Spirit was urging you to stay still, stay still. And the reason they wanted you to stay still is so that you keep one foot in spirit and one foot in the external reality, rather than both feet in the external reality, which is when obviously that just flares up all the emotions and mind activity. So Spirit knew exactly what it was doing with you. It was pulling you inwards. Now you've got the Temperance card the next week. The balance for you the next week is really coming. Really coming. The healing is really coming. It's almost like an apology to yourself, just realising that you were on the verge of going down certain paths that you just didn't need to go down. And those paths could have just even been paths in your head, you know, but you're not going down those paths anymore. You've got one foot back in spirit, you know. This is going to be a very healing week for you. You're entering this lovely balanced state whereby you can access spirit so much more closely. There's somebody who everything is coming into truth. This person's really having to face their truth, or if it's a situation in your life, it's really had to come into truth. It's really got to be real, authentic, and maybe something's had to be broken down, you know, because you've got the Tower card. But you've got the Page of Swords here. So this situation is really trying to be careful. It's trying very hard. If it's a person, this person's probably watching you or thinking about you a hell of a lot. If it's a situation, I feel it's the beginning of something starting to happen for you after a really big change. Something is starting to happen here for you the next week. It's the beginnings here, you know. This situation trying to settle down after, you know, a lot of truth having to come out, or, you know, something really big needing to change. The next week is about taking it really slow. Somebody saying, I know what I need to do. You know, and that's it. It's about being careful, being cautious, watching, you know, making sure that this situation starts to move forward in the most truthful way possible. If it's not about truth, it's got to be real. Yeah? This situation's got to be real. Communication can be difficult. But you're healing so much. You're so much more aligned. You're so much more balanced. It's like you know what you're doing after not knowing what you were doing for a while. I think this situation obviously knows there's been a change in you. And this situation is thinking, how do I align to Sagittarius? Okay. And your spirit guides are supporting you with a celebration over the next week. This is a wonderful time in your life. Difficulties fall away. The light is at the end of the tunnel. There is a star that you can wish upon. The timing is right to make long-term plans for the future. Have faith. Things are going to turn out beautifully. Wow. So that is like the Star card. It's Spirit showing you that you are now moving in much better alignment. You figured so much out, and you're not prepared to allow your mind to make you conflicted anymore. You've got much more balance, and I think you just know yourself, basically. So you're not going to let a situation continue if it's not right for you, and that's just the bottom line. You're not going to allow a situation to stress you out. It's like, no, if we're gonna continue with this situation, some of you may decide there's a situation in your life you're not going to continue at this point, but if you are going to continue with it, it's going to be done in a lot more of a careful way, in a lot more of a balanced way, and in a way that you now realize is good for you, because you have become your own soulmate. Do you see what I mean? So you found it now. You found it, and I tell you what, your energy changing like this now you know yourself, and you know what you need to do. This situation is going to be, if it's a person or a situation, it's going to be watching you, and it's going to be wanting to communicate with you or connect with you, but it's going to have to be done very gradually, I feel like, in the way that suits you. So that's the message. Oh dear, it's funny when I'm giving the messages, because I feel like I have to, there's so many different things that Spirit is saying to me at the same time. Right, let's go into Scorpio then. Scorpio for the week ahead. Let your friends help you. Ask for and accept support from others. Okay, so this could be people in spirit. It could be your gurus, your spiritual teachers. Can also be you helping yourself. Wow. A lot of help coming Scorpio's way the next week then. This is fantastic. You've got a new beginning here. It's the beginning of a new chapter for you. You've worked hard. You have worked hard to get where you are. And that's great. It's great when we do work hard and we finally realise, yeah, I think I've kind of got to where I was headed for, you know. Now, that means you're more empowered. It means you've got more knowledge now. It means you've got more skills. You're more equipped now than you were previous. You know, you have got options, right? You've got the Seven of Cups. You are quite empowered at this state because you sort of do know there are various options open to you. And truth be told, if you are your own friend, which you obviously are, that's the card, you're being more of a friend to yourself now. Then you just have to, don't get too caught up in the options. Just go with what you know is the truth. What you now know is the truth. And I think you figured that out. Your person, there's somebody here who's been quite blocked or very overly cautious, and they've got the Ten of Wands. This is breaking their back. They're finding it quite hard. They need to give it up. I think if there's a situation in your life that you've been wanting to change, it could be on the verge of changing, because it can't really continue the way it is. If it's a person, again, they need to kind of like just give it up now. Give up the act or whatever it may be, because they're on their last legs, really. And, you know, things could actually be really good now. Things could really turn around now for you, and a situation could really reach a new beginning very, 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 very soon. So, you know, I don't think this is a bad situation, but I do think there's resistance there. I can see there's been a resistance for a situation in your life, and that might have been really frustrating. But I just think you've just learned how to transcend it, honestly, and not allow that situation to get to you. And it is a massive reward from Spirit. Spirit is very pleased with you. So again, just continue forward in your truth. You know, somebody saying here, I'm more emotional than I show. It is just an energy. So it is true that this person could be more emotional than they show, and that's why they put up all this resistance against you. If it's a situation, you know, this situation, like I said, it does look good, really. It just feels like there's been delays or resistance or something getting in the way. But I don't think that's going to last much longer from what I can see in these cards. I feel like it's at the end of the road, if you like. It's going to be at breaking point, and something has to change very, very soon. Something will be changing very, very soon. So, like I said, just keep following your truth. Don't get caught up in suddenly changing your mind or going with different options. Just go with your truth. Spirit is saying the page of wands, I think this is. Something new and exciting related to your creativity or your career comes to your attention. You feel an eagerness to learn and you're ready to get going. Although you may feel insecure, do it anyway. This card represents someone in your life who is creative, enthusiastic and fascinated by life, who wants to try everything. So Spirit is basically saying that there is an eagerness. You might be insecure. Yeah, you might be thinking like, whoa, you know, there's something. They're supporting you because they know there's this new beginning. You know, they know there's this new beginning for you, and you might be having different thoughts or different anxieties about it, but they're saying it's all fine. This is all happening exactly as it's supposed to, you know. So just keep going forward, right? So they're supporting you with this situation, and you're going to find that, like I said, something is going to change quite soon in regards to a situation in your life. And it's going to change for the positive. You know, and I think you've almost broken through the resistance is what I'm saying. That's what I'm being shown. So we're going to go into Pisces next. A bit of my lemonade. Okay, Pisces. Let's see what we get. Pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. So Spirit has been trying to reveal things to you lately, show you things, you know, like roads in your head. Don't go down this road. Don't go down that road. And it's becoming more and more obvious to you now where you need to put your attention. You know, it has been very painful and confusing, I would say. You probably didn't really know what to do, and you might not have had all the information you required at the time, and that was why. You might have not been able to see very clearly at the time if you were in pain or what have you. But the great news is everything's clearing up for you. You're getting the vision over the next week, and you are going to know exactly what you need to do. And you're becoming a force to be reckoned with, quite honestly. You are becoming a force to be reckoned with. I don't know what else to say. You're going to be successful in my mind. So these cards keep coming out today. It's just mad. You've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Judgment, and I've just picked another card for you, Seven of Pentacles. So this is long term. You're about to enter a new beginning that is going to be very long term, and it's going to bloom. It's going to blossom. You know, if you've got a person in your life, there is something predestined between you and them, and it is for the long term. So it's all about to happen. I think it's all starting to happen because you finally got the clarity that you needed. You've finally woken up. You've had some kind of next level awakening, and now that clarity is changing your energy. And the fact that your energy is changing, i.e., I do not think you are needy. I do not think you are desperate and begging for anything. And I think that is why now something is finally going to materialise for you. Oh, look. I know we will be together. Yeah. If it's a situation in your life, it's not, say like it's not a person that you're thinking about, but it's more a situation. There's something happening here that's massive. It's no understatement. And it could be like a long-term job or a long-term opportunity of some kind. If it's a relationship, yeah, I think somebody could be having a wake-up call very, very soon. And so really, I think you've broken through the worst of things, and you're very, very clear on where you stand. So you're not messing about, and boom, things start to happen for you. Let's have a look at what your spirit guides are supporting you with. Messenger of emotion, that is the Page of Cups. Beautiful. This is the beginning of a new emotional experience that could grow into something deeper. Yeah. You may receive a message expressing feelings that you did not even know were developing. A social invitation could soon be on its way to you. There is a person involved who is gentle and loving with the kindest of intentions, and that could be you, especially if you are artistic, shy or sensitive. I think this is really about Pisces just finding out who you are, and you've realised who you're not, and you are not going to play games with anyone ever again. You just hit the jackpot, really, of what, you know, we're all trying to achieve. You know, and so I also want to say that I do think, spiritually speaking, this could be the beginning of some kind of spiritual power that you have really developing, or an artistic gift really developing. Okay, so we are going to go into Cancer now. Cancer. Let's see what we get for Cancer for the week ahead. Soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate. So some of you could be with your soulmate at this time, or meeting your soulmate. Obviously, if you're not in a relationship right now, or even if you are in a relationship, you could be really becoming your own soulmate. Like, you have, what I mean by that is, you have finally understood how to get closer to spirit. You know, how to, something about your awakening to consciousness. Your level of consciousness is deepening. Okay, let's go into this reading more. You've had this option of, do I take the high road, do I take the low road? It's been very conflicting, very confusing. With the Lovers card, okay, there's been a mystery, a sense of mystery, like, I don't know what will happen. Should I go the old way I normally go, or should I go the high vibrational route? Oh my god, and it could have just felt like things were delayed for ages because of this, like, not knowing feeling. And this is sort of like past, okay, so this is what you were sort of grappling with. Now the next week you've got here the Five of Pentacles. It's like a sense of being pushed out, you know, and I feel you are wanting to push out this old identity of who you were. I feel you saying, no, that's not me. I was so confused over who I was, and I'm not a victim, and I'm not lonely, and I'm not frightened, and I'm not scared. It's all an illusion, you know. I am actually so close to spirit, and I actually do know who I am, and I'm freaking owning it, you know. Yeah, at the bottom of the deck, just to confirm, because I know the way I'm reading the cards is going to be different to how other people would read it, but I know Cancer in this soul family, and it's like, we are Nine of Cups. We are. This is it. I am my own soulmate. That's a singular energy. I know I have the resources. I know I can make myself happy. So it's a blessing. Do you know, every time someone locks you out, someone treats you bad, or these sorts of things, it is a blessing because it drives you deeper into yourself. It drives you deeper into spirit to find out who you really are. But my God, it's a confusing journey. It is a confusing journey, and it does take time. And with that Lover's card, it has taken time and it has been confusing. But, you know, it's like the more you get shut out, or the more you get rejected, or the more loneliness you can feel, or worry about your health, or worry about money, because those worries are equally really, really stressful when you're experiencing them. They push you deeper. And Cancer in this soul family, you are so deep now. You're so deep, much closer to spirit. You know, and I do say all the time, Cancer is the Empress, and you're becoming comfortable with the unknown. That is how empowered you are now. Because once you get really close to spirit, you can be really comfortable with the unknown. And that is a very powerful thing. So, yeah, you've got all the resources. You're not needy. You're not begging. You're actually realising it's not ego, right? But you actually do appreciate the blessing from spirit that you are at this point, you know, within yourself, so independent. So, you know, now your person's going through a transformation, or your situation's going through a transformation. This is about somebody returning or realising they've got to grow up. They've got the Death card to the Knight of Wands reversed. It's a major transformation. I think this person knows you can cope on your own. Or if it's a situation, this situation is finally gonna like level up to you. It's gonna somehow, an opportunity could come back, you know, or a situation finally starts to realign itself, and so it's improvement here. I'm seeing improvement. And the card here is amazing. I am changing. I want to be what you deserve. You know? So there's something here in your reality, Cancer, that is going through a major transformation. And what I want to say to you before, it was risky. It was rejecting. It was leaving you out in the cold. It was stressing you. Like I say, there could have been health worries, money worries, mixed messages, lack of security. But this is all changing. It's powerful stuff going on with Cancer over the next week. Really powerful. I do think we're entering the Empress energy, but I just want to be careful when I say it, because I know that can sound a bit egoic. Right, you've got here the Five of Action, which is the Five of Wands, and that's like the struggle of life, and that's like the conflicted feelings, and that's what Spirit's helping you with. Your angels want you to know that your current challenge pushes you to be assertive and self-confident. What did I say? The more you get pushed out, the more you get rejected, or the more money problems you have, the more health problems you have, it pushes you deeper. And that's what Spirit is saying. Your current challenges push you to be assertive and self-confident. Be willing to stand up for yourself, defend your position. You have the right to excuse yourself from those who bring drama into your life. You know, and you can even excuse yourself from your own mind. Where, I mean, I know my mind was. When your own mind is freaking causing you drama, you can just totally ignore it, transcend it, and just be centered in consciousness. And that is the real key to breaking our karma. You know, so being your own soulmate means not entertaining the thoughts in the ego mind, just staying very focused on your heart, staying very focused on spirit within you with clarity, not getting pulled into drama. And if you are seeing drama, not being affected by it anymore, because you've gone deeper already. So Spirit has been helping you. This is confirmation that Spirit has been helping you with the conflicts that were within yourself. And they're empowering you so that you're willing to stand up for yourself and be self-confident and assertive. Really, they've been helping you to get over this internal struggle that you've had. That's what Spirit's been helping you to do. So now it's like, boom, you know, this can't touch me anymore. I can stay on my purpose. I can stay focused day to day on the things I need to do, and I don't get drawn into this freaking conflict in my head anymore, or this conflict about this situation. But like I said, there is definitely a situation here that is going through a transformation, and I feel like this situation is maturing into what you rightfully deserve. So the next week you will be slaying it, really, because you know what you're doing now. You know, you're standing in your power. You know who you are. And Spirit is also supporting you with it. So it'll be interesting to see what happens the next week. Something's really going to be improving for you, and I'm sending you lots of love and peace. If you want to book in for a reading, do contact me. Thanks for giving the video a thumbs up. It does help it get out across YouTube. I'm sending you lots of love and peace for your week ahead, and yeah, just message me if you need to. I do like reading the comments as well. That's always nice. And thank you for donations, because there has been a couple of people lately that have sent me a donation, and that's been really, really lovely. So thank you very much. Peace.